Hold on. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the author, Andrew Snorton. And through Creative Community Solutions, we get a chance to cover some great people, some great events. So whether it's arts and entertainment, government and politics, sports, we've been blessed to do a lot. And every once in a while, we get a chance to talk with some great people doing great things. And this artist right here, you can tell he is out and about, but that's what he's all about, folks. He puts in work each and every day. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself. So good to see you. Let people know who you are.
Hey man, it's YK Riley. You know, you can find me anywhere on all platforms. Just type in YK.Riley. Yeah.
We got it. So you're out and about. Let people know, first off, where you're originally from. Then where are you based out of? Let's start there.
Okay, I'm originally born from Raleigh, North Carolina. You know, shout out to South Side. I was based out of Marietta, Georgia. So, you know, them two places home, Marietta, Atlanta, Georgia, Marietta, and Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay, so definitely, you know, shouts to the 919. Shouts to, I forget all the area codes out here. So we'll just say shouts to everybody. Now, music, everybody who's in music has some artist or some style that they grew up listening to that it's like, hey, it's more than me just push and play or cutting up the volume. This is something I really want to do. Walk through with us a couple of artists growing up that you feel kind of encourage you to be like, hey, when I listen to them, there's something that is in me to be like, I need to do the same thing.
I said that, you know, the first artists I gravitated to, they weren't even famous. They were just famous to me. And that was my family members. So, you know, the Carolina Warners, they were definitely the first artists that I seen that I was like, I need to take hold of that. As far as, you know, famous artists go, I say somebody like Future, somebody like Gucci. You know, them people, I always like how they move.
Great. So like you said, growing up and regardless of how famous they are, those are people that you were drawn to. Those are people that are like, yeah, like when I put the earphones on, or like some of us who are a little bit older when we had the house clean and you heard, you know, grandmom and them playing whatever. It's like, that's what you grew up to. That's what was drawn to you. When did you know that you're going to pursue this as your passion? Because some people like, yeah, I like music, blah, blah, blah. I do some things here and there. But when I met you earlier this summer, you're serious. Like you don't play when it comes to what you do. When did you know that, yeah, this is where I need to be?
I kind of was like, I was in it and not even realizing how deep I was in it. For example, like I grew up playing different instruments and writing poems, not even thinking like I'll be writing music one day, but you know, it's always been like right around the corner. It just, by the time it clicked one time, I never went away.
So in other words, it was like something that was always in you. You know what that sounds like? And it's an older movie, The Godfather 3, but like the main character is like, it keeps bringing me back. And like you said, you grown up listening to family, growing up listening to different artists, you learning how to play different instruments. You were already doing the songwriting when you're doing poetry. It was like, as much as you tried to go away from it, it kept pulling you in.
It brought me right back. And as soon as I tried it the first time, like everybody around me, they thought I just been doing it so many years, and right then it made the most sense. So I was like, okay, now everything making sense.
Mm-hmm. And that's just real powerful to hear, not only for people in music, but in anything. Like once you figure out what that is, like you said, for you, it just made sense. So now that it's made sense, one thing that I can say is that you are serious. Every time I look up, you're in the studio, you're shooting a video, you're doing a performance, or you're sitting down writing, you're thinking about who else could you work with. So walk through with us. You got something big coming up real soon. You got two big things coming up in the next couple of days. Walk through with us what you've got coming up this weekend leading into the beginning of the next week that people need to circle on their calendars, clear out space on your smartphone, all that type of thing. Walk through that with us.
I'm dropping the video to Long Live McKill Forever. My little sister passed away June 22nd this year right here. And I get to finally drop the video to that record on my birthday. My birthday Sunday. Got this interview, blog article is coming out on Sunday as well. My second tape just dropped. It's a lot of good content coming back to back.
And I tell you what, think about the birthday. So happy birthday in advance. And I know this particular track is real important, just like you gave the little bit of the backstory. With all the songs that you've done, all the stuff that you've done, what do you think makes this track so important?
It's like, when she passed away this year, it was like in the middle of all these performances, all these videos that you was talking about, and I really was drained. But after that service, it gave me the motivation to like keep going harder, like go harder, go a lot harder than you're going right now. And that record like is me and my loved ones the most energy during time trying to figure out how to heal. That's why it's the most important.
I hear you. So like you said, it's part healing and it's part, not that you weren't dedicated before, but being even more dedicated. And right. Like, it's almost like when you feel that you're putting in everything, you realize you got just a little bit more that you can put in.
Right.
So you've got this powerful track getting ready to drop. You've got other things that are getting ready to drop. And you've already given, not only showing you've got to be dedicated what you do in order to get anywhere. You're already showing that, you're living that. What's something else that you'd want to leave with people? And it doesn't necessarily have to be music. It can be life. And we talk about wisdom is because of age. No, wisdom is because of experience. And we underestimate, the younger set, for lack of a better term, what you all know and what you all have seen. What's one thing that you'd like to leave with somebody, like I said, whether it's music or life, that it's like, hey, here's something I learned that I want to share with you?
I say if you really believe in anything, stay down with that. Stay down with that thought. Stay down with that feel, because you never know. Like all it takes is one match to start a fire. So I encourage anybody to stay with whatever everybody else is telling you to stop doing. Whatever else, nobody can see your vision. Nobody can see what you see. So I just think about it all the time. Like a year ago, I was telling everybody I could come across, like, hey man, I'm about to drop this record. I'm about to drop this record. And everybody kind of overlooked, that moment until those records drop. The records drop. Now he's turning back around. But it just, if I would have not believed in myself, or if I would have stayed down with that moment, we might have never had this conversation. So I encourage anybody to stay down with whatever you believe in.
I tell you what, that's something that is not just you can apply to music, you can apply to life. And I'm so glad that you dropped that and so glad that you shared that. So as we get ready to wind down, please let people know the best ways, like website, social media, to stay connected with you. And then where can people go to not only get ready to, download and purchase the new track, but any of your previous tracks?
Okay, you can find me on Instagram, YK Riley 444, Out of Ordinary Clothing, OTO Productions, all three of those pages. You can find me on. You can go on any platform, type in YK.Riley. I dropped 2 projects this year and a couple other songs. Voice of the Black Sheep and Voice of the Black Sheep 2. Please go download and stream them right now. You will not be disappointed. And yeah, we got a lot more content on the way.
Well, I tell you what, like I said, look at here, folks. This man is doing the interview while he's driving to who knows where, whether it's in the studio, whether it's meeting with his team.
I'm on the way to a video shoot right now.
See what I tell you. Look at here. He talked about being dedicated to the craft. He is driving on his way to a video shoot 2 days before his birthday. I don't know who does that. Actually, I do know. I know one person that does that, and it's this man right here. So number one, we want you to get to the video shoot safely. Let's just get there safely. Yes, keep handling business, and thank you for taking and making the time. And we're going to make sure that we circle back, in a few months to see what else you're dropping. But you heard it straight from here. Make sure to check out the artist. One more time, the ways for people to stay connected with you on social media.
YK Riley 444 on all platforms. And just hit me up. Anybody want to work? Anybody trying to tap in? Please hit my DMs. Let's work. I'm talking about from North Carolina to Georgia. I don't care where you at. Alaska. It's all love on my end. I mess with all outsiders.
All right, you heard it there. Well, thank you so much for making the time. And ladies and gentlemen, in addition to this being available on the YouTube for Crave Community Solutions, we will have the written article and recap and include this video. So when that drops, please watch, like, share, and support. Remember, support isn't sedentary. You got to move. You got to do a little something in order to get a little something. You got to. So listen, you be safe out here. And ladies and gentlemen, until next time, take care and look forward to seeing you real soon.